ਸਤਿ ਸ਼੍ਰੀ ਅਕਾਲ ਜੀ
ਮੇਰਾ ਨਾਮ ਸ਼ਬਦੀਪ ਸਿੱਧੂ ਹੈ।
ਅਗਲੀ ਵਾਰੀ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਜਾਏਗਾ ਤਾਂ ਪਿੰਡਾਂ 'ਚ ਹੋ ਜੀ।
Don't let it ever stop me, death. And even then, my music will live forever.
ਖਾਲਸ ਦਾ ਮਤਲਬ ਹੈ ਪਿਓਰ।
ਇੰਨਾ ਭਾਰੀ ਖੂਨ ਡੁੱਲਿਆ ਇਸ ਪਵਿੱਤਰਤਾ ਨੂੰ ਕਾਇਮ ਰੱਖਣ ਵਾਸਤੇ।
ਕੀ ਸ਼ੌਕ ਨੇ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ? ਲਿਖਣਾ ਤੇ ਗਾਉਣਾ ਜੀ।
ਮੈਂ ਕਲਾਕਾਰ ਆ, ਉਹਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਮੈਂ ਇੱਕ ਆਮ ਘਰ ਦਾ ਪੁੱਤ ਆ।
ਜਿਹੜੇ ਮੇਰੀ ਪੱਗ ਹੈ, ਮੇਰੇ ਕੇਸ ਹੈ, ਮੇਰੀ ਦਾਦੀ ਨੇ ਰਖਾਏ ਸੀ।
ਮੈਨੂੰ ਫਿਰ ਤੋਂ ਐ ਲੱਗਣ ਲੱਗਾ ਵੀ ਮੇਰਾ ਸ਼ੁਭ ਗਿਆ ਨਹੀਂ, ਮੇਰੇ ਆਸ-ਪਾਸ ਹੈ
ਜੀ।
ਇਹ ਅਸੀਂ ਮਿਹਨਤ ਕਮਾਈ ਹੈ ਬਣਨੇ ਤੋਂ ਲੱਗੇ ਹੋਏ ਆ, ਸਾਨੂੰ ਕੀ ਹਾਲ ਹੋ ਗਏ।
ਉਹ ਆਈਕਨ ਬਣਿਆ ਸਾਡੇ ਯੂਥ ਦਾ।
ਮੈਂ ਗੁਰੂ ਗ੍ਰੰਥ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਵੱਲ ਹੱਥ ਕਰਕੇ ਕਹਿਣਾ, ਮੇਰਾ ਬੱਚਾ ਮੇਰੇ ਗਲ ਲੱਗ ਕੇ ਰੋਇਆ।
ਇੰਨਾ ਕੁਝ ਹੋਣ ਦੇ ਬਾਵਜੂਦ ਵੀ ਛਾਟਾ ਹੈ ਤਾਣ ਕੇ ਬੈਠਾ ਰਿਹਾ।
ਕਿਸੇ ਦਾ ਵੀ ਮਾੜਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਕੀਤਾ।
ਇਹ ਨਹੀਂ ਪਤਾ ਸੀ ਸਿੱਧੂ ਮਰ ਗਿਆ। ਤੁਸੀਂ ਵੀ ਲੋਕ ਉਦੋਂ ਗਦਾਰ ਦਾ ਠੱਪਾ ਲਾਉਂਦੇ ਸੀ ਉਹਦੇ ਤੇ, ਉਹਦੀਆਂ ਅੱਖਾਂ 'ਚ ਪਾਣੀ ਸੀ।
ਮੈਨੂੰ ਲੈਜੈਂਡ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਵੀ ਟੁਪਾਕ ਲੱਗਦਾ। 1996 ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਡੈਥ ਹੋ ਗਈ ਸੀ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ। ਜਿਹੜਾ ਲੈਜੈਂਡ, ਜਿਹੜਾ ਮੈਂ ਕਹਿਣਾ ਵੀ ਜੇ ਮੇਰੀ ਪਰਸਨੈਲਿਟੀ ਬਣੇ ਤਾਂ ਕਦੇ, ਜੇ ਯਾਨੀ ਕਿ ਮੈਂ ਚਾਹਾਂ ਵੀ ਮੈਂ ਇਹੋ ਜਿਹਾ ਬਣੂੰਗਾ। ਆਪਣੀ ਕੌਮ ਇਕੱਠੀ ਕੀਤੀ ਆਪਦੀ ਕਲਮ ਦੇ ਜ਼ਰੀਏ, ਠੀਕ ਹੈ। ਉਹਨੂੰ ਪ੍ਰਾਊਡ ਜਿੱਦਣ ਉਹ ਬੰਦਾ ਮਰਿਆ ਵੀ ਯਾਨੀ ਕਿ ਲੋਕ ਰੋਏ ਉੱਤੇ। ਮੈਂ ਇਹੀ ਚਾਹੁੰਦਾ।
What's going on, folks? UFC 277 Fight Day live chats. Appreciate you guys sending through that minute and a half tribute to my guy Sidhu Musawale. It's been a while still. It's been almost 3 months now since he has passed, or 2 months, I should say. Sorry, and it's still crazy. So I saw that edit from my guy AKTV for anybody that follows him, and I just felt like I needed to share it. I never really did much on my channel for him, and nobody really. I'm totally assuming that a lot of people that's watching this don't really know who he is or anything like that. But he was probably one of the most influential Punjabi, what I am from my culture, like most influential artist of this day and age, right? Like one thing he really prided himself on was his influence from Tupac, right? Like that's obviously one of my favorite artists as well. And he really brought that style into the Punjabi music industry. And, there's a long time where I wasn't listening to Punjabi music at all, like years and years. And then finally I came across it and I'm like, this guy's doing some good shit. So unfortunately he was gunned down two months ago, close to his home in India, riddled with bullets. It was a hit of some sort. He was wrapped up in politics as well. Super young kid. He within 5 years of him starting his career, he absolutely blew up the scene and just there'll never be another guy like him. So I just wanted to show my respect and just play that tribute video for him. I hope I didn't lose any viewers off of playing that, and I hope you guys enjoyed seeing that little bit of a piece on him. But I would recommend check him out. Like if you guys are into music and don't really care about what lyrics are saying or anything like that, like you just vibe with music in a sense, I would highly recommend checking out his work. Very fun, very good work that he put out there as well. So make sure you guys go check that out. All right. We are here for UFC 277. It is the Fight Day live chat, taking all questions, comments, and concerns, or as many as I can, because these have started to become very, very popular on Fight Day. So I'll try to get through the chat as best as I can, take as many questions as I can. If it looks like I'm skipping over your question, it probably means I've already answered it earlier on. So I would recommend just rewinding and watching the show back again, so you guys can actually see me answering most of the questions. I don't want to repeat myself more often than not, but again, if it's about the main event or co-main event, sure. But for the rest of the fights, I don't want to repeat myself over and over again. So again, if I don't answer your questions, more than likely I've already answered it. All right, let me just quickly go over what my bets are for the card tonight, and then we'll move on to the actual live chat portion of the show. First and foremost, lock of the night play, 5 units on Brandon Moreno at minus 187. I got in early, before the UFC London card even kicked off. I wanted to make sure I got that bet in because I knew as soon as eyes started fixating on UFC 277, that line would likely go up. And now he's sitting around minus 220 at certain spots. So I'm happy to get that CLV, if that's what you want to call it, on this spot. Dog of the night play seems to be pretty popular amongst the masses. It's 2 units on Ji Yoon Kim at plus 115. I also released my first little write-up for the Action Network. Shout out to Dan Stubb for bringing me on board with that as well. But I am a part of the MMA prop squad, and one of the props that I dropped for them was Ji Yoon Kim via KO at plus 1,000. Truly think that she's going to go for it tonight, especially considering that she's likely on the chopping block with the UFC. Hopefully they study the tape. Hopefully they see that Jocelyn can be hurt, especially to the body. And I'm hoping that Ji Yoon Kim will look to, summon those knockout finishes. So she has gotten Nadia Kassem out of there with body shots in the past. I'm hoping that she'll look to do the same thing here with Jocelyn Edwards. Moving on, I got 1.32 units on Dontel Mays at minus 132. I got 1 unit on Alex Morono at plus 136. 1.5 units on Negumerianu at plus 125. I got Rafael Alves round 1 half unit at plus 650. I got that in a couple days ago, and happy I did because I know that line has moved significantly now, especially with that weigh-in that we saw from Drew Dober yesterday. Then we got the Diamond Kosi under 1.5, 1 unit at plus 111. If I'm not mistaken, that fight's kicking off the card, so it'll be great to kick it off with some violence, I hope. And then I got the Michael Morales and Adam Fugit fight to go over 1.5, 1.03 units at minus 103. Feel like Fugit's durability should hold up enough here, especially with the way that he fights. A lot of grappling, a lot of clinching. I'm hoping that slows down this fight, brings us over that 7.5 minute mark, and then we can cash that. I was thinking of taking a half unit shot on Fugit. I just can't get to the window to do it, but I know I'm going to be kicking myself if he does actually go out there and spring the upset over Morales here. But I'm hoping at least his durability will hold up enough so that we can cash that over 1.5 spot. All right, let us see what the live chat is saying here. Then we'll get into this. Don't Panic R is saying, last card for me. Then I go overseas for a while to visit family. Let's get a lock. What's your favorite 2-leg parlay for tonight? It would have to include Brandon Moreno, right? Let's go Brandon Moreno and the Kosi and Diamond fight to not go to a decision. That should be good enough. Dirty Riverfish 90 saying under 1.5 and Negumeriano Mays fights. Pantoja to win. 25 pays, 189 thoughts. I think we could see the Negumeriano fight get extended, especially if he looks to take a grapple heavy approach. I was happy to just take the underdog shot on him when he was still an underdog. He is now the slight favorite. The Mays fight, again, that's another one where I could see it being slow and methodical, and then eventually Mays puts the foot on the gas later in the fight and takes over and eventually finishes him later. Pantoja fight, that's the most volatile fight to me on the card, so I'm not gonna have too much on that. That fight is all in all past me. Sketchy parlay, if you want my genuine thoughts on that, but for your sake, I hope he ends up cashing. Time is not a line saying, how do you all feel about Samuelsberger versus Morono? I like Samuelsberger. I like the size and power, but Morono always surprises the shit out of me, and I've been burned betting against him before. I think he's going to put the pressure on Samuelsberger here, man. I think we're going to see a high output from him like we usually do, and it's going to make it a close fight. I got the dog side here on Morono at plus 136. Samuelsberger could absolutely starch him from the outside. Like you said, size and power is in his side, or is in his favor. But if Morono just sticks to what he does, bite down on the mouthpiece, move forward, throw big shots, he is very, very live in this spot. Lajwan Dream in the chat. Appreciate you stopping by, my friend. Time is not a line is saying favorite 2-leg parlay is Moreno over Kaikar France and Pena Nunes to not go the distance, or Ankalaev over Smith if you want something safer. I could have said Ankalaev as well, but again, minus 500. I don't know if anybody wants me to be tipping that. Time is not a line saying, I don't know enough to have an opinion on those other bets, though, unfortunately, but that's why we have luck. Yes, sir. Joshua Frick in the chat. Appreciate you stopping by. Hype MMA saying, I have a strong feeling Orion Kosi is going to shit the bed. I'm hoping that it's under 1.5. It ends up happening. Mahler 138 in the chat. Showing the trees. I'll definitely be hitting the trees after this. Ryan Grant saying Mays sub sprinkle. That's what my guy Die Hard MMA is on. That's what he dropped for the MMA prop squad over there on the Action Network as well. So I'm hoping for his sake it ends up cashing. Don't Panic Guys wondering what the fuck is going on. Ryan Gann saying, Habibi, it is not Habibi. That is not my culture at all. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Peachy saying, I'll leave for a few months on Manpreet's channel. Change a lot. It's just the tribute. God damn, guys. DXJC saying that was fire. Yes, it was a great edit. I really wanted to make sure. Wanted to make sure I showed that to you guys. Peachy saying, nice thought. There you go. Chronic Combat Conversations in the chat. Going to be chopping it up with him in the coming weeks here for the Cruz and Vera card. Can't wait to go back onto their channel. And yes, follow what the man says. Make sure you guys bang the like. Olajuwon Dream saying I checked out his stuff and it was dope. Yes, it was very, very solid stuff. Olajuwon Dream saying, yeah, I don't understand the language, but sonically sounds dope. I agree. Derek saying King Ankle dominate. You know it's good. You know it's good. J Rose saying crazy people putting all the Nunes narratives as reason to be Pena. Nunes loses one time in 8 years, and all of a sudden she's a heavy favorite. She's a heavy fade. Sorry. Yeah, exactly. Like again, I say this week in and week out. This is a constant narrative in the Fight Day live chat. Like people get sucked up into recency bias, and don't get me wrong. Like I'm not betting Nunes for a reason, right? Nor am I betting Juliana Pena. The spot that I would look at is the over 2.5, if anything. But like, let's not write off Nunes that quickly. Not at all. We saw Davison get finished by Moreno in their second fight, comes back and ekes out that third fight. Like, it's absolutely possible every single time. So, Mahler138 saying, any concerns on Kosi with the missed weight? I always overthink it when it happens. I try not to get caught up in the overthinking of it as well. But for me, I just have violence here. So if anything, that weight miss helps me in thinking that his durability might be hindered here, and hopefully Blood Diamond can take advantage of it. But I'm not touching Kosi money line regardless. Excuse me. Brandon JK in the chat, appreciate you stopping by. PG saying I locked up Nunes sub at plus 750. Not a bad look. Nicholas Lee in the chat, appreciate you stopping by. Dennis Lee saying, I like the Kim KO call. She's been training at Tiger Muay Thai since she left Syndicate. She's been splitting time between Tiger Muay Thai and Bang Tao Muay Thai. I'm going to keep banging the drum on Bang Tao Muay Thai because that was the former head coach of Tiger Muay Thai. He left Tiger Muay Thai, ended up opening up his own gym called Bang Tao Muay Thai. George Shipman, he's the one that you're going to see in the corner of Ji Yoon Kim. But yes, I absolutely agree with that. And she was already a great striker, so is what it is. Alex 1337 saying I got over 10 units on tonight's card. I'm nervous about this one. I got how much do I got? 5, 7, 8, 9, 10 and a half, 11, 12, just about 12 and a half to 13 units of exposure tonight. So good luck, my friend. Socrates in the chat, appreciate you stopping by. PG saying I have Kosi rounds 1 and 2. I don't mind that. Nicholas C saying, what do you guys think of this UFC card tonight and every pick? Moneyline Pena plus 270, plus 217, Car France plus 170. Again, picking against those first two, picking against Smith, picking against Dober, but I'm on Morono as well. So good luck, my friend. A lot of plus money there. I will never talk anybody off of that. Shoebox, no shoes in him, saying Michael Morales is going to murk Fugit. Don't worry about it. We shall see about that. Lock Prize Picks has Kosi at 1.5 takedowns and Moreno at 1. I love those together. Can I get your thoughts? Moreno, I don't know if he'll 100% secure a takedown here. You know, Kai Car France, defensively speaking, very good in terms of defending takedowns. Now you want multiple takedowns, right? Because you'll get the push if you only get the one. I like the Kosi over 1.5 takedowns, but again, even that one's a little bit sketchy. Because what if he only needs one? So like, I wouldn't make it a lock of the night by any means, but I do like both those spots, but they are kind of flimsy in my opinion. Speaking of Prize Picks, it's been a while since I hopped on them because they are now outlawed where I live. So I can no longer bet on it or use Prize Picks, but I will still be looking to drop some Prize Picks content, whether it's on the Patreon or whether it's for you guys on the YouTube as well. But I know it's a very valuable spot or a platform that a lot of people use. So I got to get back to using that as well. Greg Childers in the chat saying Smith on Clive over 2.5. I absolutely love it. Personally, overs haven't really been the greatest to me, so I'm trying to stay away from them. But I do think that over is great. Jake Green saying do any DFS. Unfortunately, again, Ontario, Canada, we don't have access to DraftKings anymore. So I was taking a liking to it a little bit several months ago, but since they've outlawed it, my knack for wanting to hop on DraftKings is just not there anymore since I can't use it. As you guys can hear, the kitchen renovations are still going on, hoping that they can wrap up in the next couple of days, but hopefully it's not messing with the audio here too much. Alex Gagnon saying everybody's mom is parlaying Pantoja. We know it's coming. Yeah, like there is wide love for Pantoja out there, which, maybe as a minus 120, minus 130 favorite, sure, but like let's not forget that Perez, usually the chalky guy in these spots. So I think he's absolutely more live than people are making it seem. Jason Rivera is saying Sambo Championship 2017, Nemkov, Russia, Theodoris, that guy's in Bellator if I'm not mistaken, and then Iho Pretoria. Interesting. Jason Rivera is saying use that information wisely. Let's see him do it against somebody that's not going to fold right off the jump. Then I'll be sold on him. Socrates saying that's what I'm afraid of. Yep, I'm off that fight completely. Jason Rivera saying someone's bigger by complete thrashing. He'll be the one pressuring Moreno. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Chris London saying never done this before, but a quick sweat for each leg. 3-leg parlay alternate totals over 0.5 rounds for Kosi, Morales, and Lewis minus 144. Ooh, that one is going to be a sweat, but those should hit. Jason Rivera saying Hamdi realistically had no time to prepare for this wild maze. While Maze was getting ready for Tafa, even though Hamdi trains with David Branch, Steph didn't have the bodies to replicate Maze. I agree. And again, he trains with Branch, sure, but like how much, like, again, I forgot who it was. God damn. Yeah, Maurice Green trains with John Jones, right? That's the comparison that everybody says when we bring up these arguments that, oh, this guy trains with this guy. So, yeah. DXJC saying, is this the most sketchy volatile card of the entire year? I disagree. There were a couple other fight nights throughout this year that I was like, things could get sketchy here. I can't recall off the top of my head which one it was. Even UFC Austin, right? I think we had 11 underdogs, 11 favorites that were minus 200 or higher, and 5 of them came through. So I don't think this card is as sketchy or volatile, honestly, compared to some of the other ones that we've been seeing. Stephen Wilds saying, I know this was a question brought up yesterday, but the answer is 7. 7 fighters won the same championship more than once. I guess 6 if you don't want to count Jones. There you go. Appreciate you updating us on that statistic. JSJ23, appreciate you stopping by, my friend, saying, does Anthony Smith get a title shot if he finishes on Kalaev? Well, I think we're going to have to see what happens with Jamal Hill and Thiago Santos next week, because they might match up Hill and Smith if that's the case. But I'd be surprised if we finish on Clive. Let's not talk like that, JSJ. Come on. Bravdini saying from a DFS player standpoint, which high price favorite likely to shit the bed a la Mason Jones? Again, I'm not really on the DraftKings train because I can't use it anymore. But let me just take a quick look at the salaries here to at least answer your question, because I do obviously appreciate you guys hopping in and asking questions when you get the chance. I still got like $45 sitting in my DraftKings account, but I can't use it. Fuck. All right, let's see. High priced favorite that will likely shit the bed. Drew Dober at 9,000. I could absolutely see him getting smoked out in that first round. Maybe Nunes, but like I am picking Nunes to win. Yeah, I'd say Drew Dober is probably sketchiest to shit the bed there. Rick the Ruler is saying, hopefully this card is better than that lackluster last weekend, and hopefully the main event doesn't end via injury. Yes. Knock on wood that we don't get 3 straight main events that end via injury. Yeah, that last card was sketchy, right? Like London had the first London card in March had so many finishes, and then that last card was just takedown city and grind city. So hopefully we have some more fun tonight. PG saying, am I crazy for considering Lewis and Pavlovich to go to decision at plus 500? Not crazy, man, because it could happen. Could absolutely happen. That fight, I want nothing to do with, though. I'll be honest. Movie Andy is saying all in on Kim today. Let's go. Maybe not all in, but I am there with you, my friend. GSJ saying, what are the odds of a Nunes Pena trilogy? If Nunes wins tonight, I can see it happening, right? Because there's no other clear number one contender at 135 pounds, unless you guys can enlighten me, but I just don't think so. Dennis D saying, thoughts on Close Garcia? I'm leaning Garcia. I'm leaning close myself, but it's always tough to bet him, especially with how close he fights, right? Like that's been the joke all week, and that will always be the joke whenever we break down Jakar close fights. But he sometimes he just edges these ones out, and when he's always a minus 200 favorite, like you don't feel like you're getting the bang for your buck in that spot. So I don't hate the shot on Garcia, but I'm not taking it myself. Unknown saying, sup everyone, good luck with your bets today. Likewise, my friend. Elijah Dreams saying, I had to sprinkle on the split decision props for Moreno and KKF. I think it's going to be a war. I think so too. I think it goes the full 25, but I don't think it's going to be a split. Sorry, Elijah. BG saying, I got in early on Pantoja. Wouldn't bet at current price though. Yes, he has taken some steam throughout the week. GSJ23 saying, don't you think Alex Perez's resume is very weak? His biggest win by far is a wash for Miga. Again, like we call these fighters washed once the guy beats them, right? He wasn't seen as washed going into that fight because the odds in that fight were pretty close from what I remember. But like, I think he has the skill set to make things close in this fight against Pantoja. Solid striking, submission defense could obviously use some work, but I'd be surprised if he decides to take this into the grappling realm right off the bat. Maybe try to stay outside, be the more active striker, and just try to beat Pantoja from the outside. I am not counting out the possibility of Alex Perez looking to utilize his calf kick here. Definitely as effectively as he used against Formiga as well. So very, very volatile fight in my opinion. The most volatile fight on the card. Peachy saying Pantoja sub at plus 440. That is not a bad way to go about it, right? Most of Perez's losses coming via sub. Pantoja, we know he's a high-level black belt. We shall see. Okay, in the chat, appreciate you stopping by, my friend. Nicholas C saying, what did I miss? The baby needed a bottle. You missed more than enough. Eric Atkinson saying, how's the champ 7,000? Whoever wins, you think it goes past 2 rounds? I do. I like the over 2.5. Didn't have the balls to pull the trigger myself, but I do think we see this fight at least reach the 3rd, 4th rounds. Jared Curry saying there are some grimy fights here, but there's definitely a few spots I like. I like it. Dirty River Fish saying DraftKings is real pain in the ass. Have to run up to another state to place bets. Well, not just DraftKings, the sports book, but DraftKings, the daily fantasy side of things. Like the sports book of DraftKings is legal up here in Canada now, or at least in Ontario. But with that, they chopped down the DFS side of things. West Coast saying not a pay-per-view card. Fun fights. As the week has gone on, I've definitely gotten more and more amped for it. GSJ saying Jim Jumper parlay Smith Moreno Nunes plus 1,007. I think Smith busts that, honestly. Jason Rivera saying, why did Smith leave Factory X Mark? Apparently, he just wanted to train in his hometown of Omaha, Nebraska. Like, that's it. Like, I spoke to Mark yesterday, and it seemed like an amicable split. Yeah, I don't think it was anything crazy. I think just Smith wanted to do his own thing this time around, which I wouldn't advise in one of the biggest spots of your career, at least in the present day. Unknown saying, what was the reason they gave for not being able to use DK? I like they're fully legalizing gambling up here, right? But daily fantasy didn't really meet the criteria of what they were passing. I think eventually they'll fix it up, but yeah, not sure why they're not down with it. That Prize Picks, anything that's not straight wagering anymore, they got rid of pretty much. Favorite round finish bet of the card. Gotta be the one that I bet officially here. Rafael Alves, round 1. I got plus 650. I'm expecting it to have dropped now since there's a ton of steam coming in on Alves after that weigh-in. But happy I got in when I did. But that is my favorite round finish bet of the card. More with less saying, rewatching Moreno's fights, I was amazed by how good his lead handwork is. Yeah, he does a really good job in terms of dictating that pace and utilizing that range. So I like it. GSJ saying, are you shifting away from betting round totals? I was always getting burned by them. The unders I always just feel a little bit more confident in. But like even just looking at my record, money line and straight bets are my bread and butter. That's where I should be sticking at, man. Like I got to stop getting mixed up in these props because they keep shooting, like I keep shooting myself in the foot. So what I kind of am looking at doing now is never wagering more than 1 to 1.5 units on totals anymore. And even if I wager on a total, it needs to be like bulletproof. I need to feel very, very confident in it, essentially. So most of my action nowadays are going to be pretty much just money line bets, picking fighters straight up because that's what I'm good at. At least that's what my record's been telling me over the last several months. So I'm going to stick with that and let that be the reason why I end up in the profit night after night. Lajwan Dream saying, can you use a VPN to use that $45? Probably not. Maybe I'll give it a try. Who knows? I'll let you guys know later. Nicholas Lee saying, I think that Mocha. Okay. No worries, Pravdeen. Appreciate you stopping by. Granite Douglas in the chat. T-Dot represent. What is the lock of the night from our boy? We're going with Brandon Moreno. I got in early or late last week, minus 187. He's around minus 220 here. I still don't mind that line personally, but happy I got in when I got in. Alan Wang saying Pantoja trains with Makayev and Horiguchi. Yes, at American Top Team. That is correct. Michal shits the bed over Adam. Oh, Michael shits the bed over Adam. We'll see. And I think that when he said, I think that Mocha, I think you're talking about Michael Morales. Anthony Kuntz, sorry if I butchered that there, saying, look, so many people down on Nunes. She didn't look hungry last fight night, and she was a lot thicker. She looked good in weighing. Yes, she started her own camp, and all the focus was on her. Again, big narratives going into this fight. Looking forward to seeing how it plans out, though. What's up, Ryan, in the chat? Lionheart gonna jab your boy's nose in and take the neck. Ooh, don't you dare say that, Ryan. Don't you dare say that. Again, I don't have any action officially on Ankalaev myself, but I'm hoping that he takes it to the top and gets that dub here. Nick Peppard saying Dobra 9K seems crazy. I agree. And Anthony, yes, you meant the last fight. Lajron Dream saying all Gucci I had to at those odds. I get it. Dobra is a bull, but don't think he covers his price in tournaments. I agree. Unless he gets that finish, right? That's a big thing here. Dennis Lee saying who had weight cut issues? Someone above mentioned Kosi. Anyone else? Kosi, Jocelyn Edwards, Drew Dober made weight, but good God, he looked horrible. There was one more. Anthony Smith looked a little rough. He needed the box of shame to make weight, but still made the weight. I don't think it's going to affect him too much, though. GSJ saying, Lock, are these Punjabi builders? That would explain the extra loud noises. Yes, they are Punjabi builders, but they are very professional. So, yes, shout out to, I believe it's Pearson Kitchen and Cabinet or some shit, but shout out to those guys. Absolutely killing it. Dylan Oswald saying confident in a Kosi KO finish. I took the under 1.5 instead, my man. Like, I think that finish covers both sides. Kosi looking rough. Yes, you're at the weigh-in's not a good look, but he should win. He should be able to get that takedown. He's a better wrestler than Jeremiah was, but Jeremiah was the better jiu-jitsu player. So once he gets him to the ground, he might struggle a little bit, but I still think that he'll eventually get that big, that dominant position. And eventually from there, he should be able to get that finish. GSJ saying joking, it doesn't really come through. Good. I'm glad. Jared Curry saying anchoring a lot of my stuff with Maze. Think this is the Menafeel spot of the week. Uncomfortable to be confident exposed to the guy, but the matchup demands it, in my opinion. Yes. That's why I didn't make Maze my lock of the night play, right? Like one thing I want to continue to do with my lock of the night plays is make sure I'm putting money on guys that I 100% believe are good fighters. And Maze becoming a better fighter, but still has some holes in his game that I feel Abdel Wahab could potentially exploit. But I still took the shot on Maze at minus 132 earlier in the week. At this number, maybe not, but he should still go out there and be able to get that finish. Anthony saying Morales good on the feet, but Fugit well-rounded sleeper. I agree. Alan Chan in the chat saying, what do you think of Blood Diamond? Kosi totally missed weight. I agree. Again, violence. I'm trying to cover both spots here, man. Just take violence, and I think you'll end up cashing a ticket regardless. Nicholas D saying I hope Prop 27 passes here in California so gambling becomes legal so I can stop going to the backroom bookies. There you go. I'm surprised California hasn't legalized it yet. Crazy. Frank Jourdain saying that DK DFS trade off for the DK Sports is foul, brother. I'm glad I live in Quebec. Lucky you, Frankie. PG saying props is where I do best historically. Def, good to go back over your record and work out what you're good at. Yes. For me, it's slight underdogs and big favorites. Like I have a 18%, 17 or 18% ROI on big favorites, but money line is definitely where I'm getting my best work done. So let's keep at it and try to get it done. Urban Man in New Jersey saying, yo, Locke, Lionheart should not be getting shit on like this. I think he has better skills on the feet and the ground. The takedown defense could be a problem, but Smith is not bad on his back. I think he is bad on his back personally. Like he's able to catch a couple guys in it, but I'd be surprised if he catches on Kalive once again, like Paul Craig did. Skills on the feet. Now, I think Ankalaev is the better striker, but in terms of implementing your striking skills, I think Anthony Smith has solid chops, like being able to push the pace and put the pressure on Ankalaev. That could help him be successful in those striking exchanges. He will eventually get dinged with some counters, which might discourage him, similar to what happened with Volkan Ozdemir in that fight with Ankalaev. But I think that we're going to see Ankalaev look to get this fight to the ground, so he doesn't have to sweat out, a judge's decision with a close striking battle. So expect a grapple heavy approach from Ankalaev, I think. Wii Sports Matt saying a VPN will not work. Trust I, as a Texas resident, have tried. There you go. GSJ saying any favorites tonight you think we probably get a better line on live? Good question, my friend. Let me pull this up real quick here. Maybe Moreno. If Kai takes the first round like he did in that first fight, Moreno should start to pick it up as the fight goes deeper. Perez, actually, well, he's an underdog already. Ankalaev, maybe, right? That first round could be close if depending on Anthony Smith's approach. And then we've seen those mid-fight adjustments from Ankalaev to change what he's doing and then really put it on his opponents afterwards. So, yeah, I don't think that Ankalaev would be a bad spot from a live betting perspective. Dober, definitely a live betting spot. Mays, definitely a live betting spot. Alfred, keep it together. Keep it together. Yeah, those are the main ones. Good question. Hey, Alfred. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? He's all right. Lee Ginsburg saying, does Bo Nickel have a future in the UFC fighting in 2 weeks on Contender Series, assuming they are giving him a layup to make it? You always got to be skeptical about guys that have not too much total MMA experience, right? We've seen it. One guy that comes to mind is Mahmoud Sebi, who is like this high-level Olympic wrestler, comes into Bellator. I think he got a win or two, if I'm not mistaken, but last fight comes at a minus 1250 favorite and ends up shit in the bed. So Bo, yes, great wrestler, but what's his overall MMA skills like? Because as he starts taking steps up in competition, it's going to get harder and harder for him. So I'm hoping, like, if he does go out there and get the win, the UFC signs him to a developmental contract similar to what they did with Chase Hooper. Let him fight on the regional scene on promotions on Fight Pass. Get him a couple of 3-4 more fights against legitimate competition, and then possibly sign him. But always got to be skeptical with guys with only 1 or 2 pro MMA fights, even if they have an extensive wrestling background. West Coast saying, take the box of shame out and just let it hang. I don't know if the media would appreciate that. Zach Johnson in the chat. Appreciate you stopping by, my friend. Pete G saying, I'm getting cold feet on my Mays bet, to be honest. I think it's more so the line that might be making you hesitant now, but like he should win this fight. He really should. A J1337 saying, are you going anywhere for the fight or just watching it at home? Watching it at home. I don't like going out and watching fights elsewhere. As a guy in my position, like these are prime times for me to be on social media and engaging with people, to continue to grow the follower account, subscriber account, all that stuff. No better time than when the actual fights are on and live tweeting. So I don't like going out. I'm a hermit at the end of the day. Okay, saying, hope you're wrong about Morono and close lock. We'll see. I hope Morono pulls it off. we're never gonna always agree on every single matchup. Okay, so appreciate you stopping by. Dylan Oswald saying Kosi Diamond fight to envy. KO is plus 100 for those interested in that route. I don't mind that. That's a solid look, man. Good spot there, my friend. LR saying I have to go to Tijuana to make our bets. Live in San Diego. Wow, that's crazy. GSJ saying, got a feeling the Texas judges are going to leave their mark on Moreno versus Kai, like checkers players watching a chess match. Oh, I hope not. I'm hoping Moreno just snatches up that neck, honestly. Anthony Coons saying, I dare us win and bless Lock night because this is the most informative, awesome. So appreciate it, my man. I really appreciate that love and that appreciation. I'm just going to keep appreciating you guys. Honestly, shout out to you guys. You guys really bring a smile to my face. And I'll go ahead and announce it here. Like I talked about it on one of my Lock of the Night shows, Locky late night shows last week, but I'm going to bring it to fruition. I pushed it back from this week to next week because of all the renovations I got going on. And they're still going to be going on next week, but they'll be done midweek. But I'm going to be dropping a new show called the MMA Lock Talk, where from 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern, Monday through Thursday, I'll be going live and doing a similar show to this, talking to the chat, creating a community, creating a space where every Monday to Thursday, you guys can come to my channel from 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern and just talk shit. We have no agenda. It's not going to be a full card breakdown or anything like that because I'll always have, or I will already have my MMA Lawcast out and available to everybody. But it's more so just taking any and all questions. So looking forward to doing that. I'll maybe look to like bring people on from the chat, have them on for 1 or 2 minutes to just say their piece or something like that. But I want to make it like a legit talk show. Have fun with you guys, but have the emphasis be on the live chat. So hope you guys will come around for that and enjoy that. Got to get this channel popping even more again. LR saying, then I monger in the red light district. Okay. Oh, he mongers in the red light district after he makes his bed in Tijuana. I love it. I love it. I love it. Stoned Coder saying, what's up, Lock? Just hopping on to say, I appreciate your content and all you do. Keep killing the game, my friend. Appreciate the love as always, guys. Dennis Lee saying, no one is talking about Pantoja Perez. Is this a snooze fest or a secret barn burner? I think it has a chance to be a very entertaining fight. To me personally, from a betting perspective, I have no say on it, though. It is too wild of a fight for me to truly have a big lean on either side. I think Perez is live as a dog, but we'll see how it goes. Rick the Ruler saying, the fight you're most excited about gotta be Moreno and actually, you know what? Like as the week has gone on, the Nunes and Pena talk has really gotten to me. I think that's the fight that I'm most excited about. Followed by Moreno versus Car France, and then followed by always excited to watch my guy Magomed Ankalaev go out there and perform. So, yeah, great question, my friend. Miguel Nguyen, I love you too, my friend. Unknown saying that Ankalaev Santos fight was so bad at 9,400 DK. I don't see how Ankalaev pays off that tag. Again, it might be an anomaly in his run. He might go out there and just grapple Smith to the ground, get takedowns, get control time. So he could end up paying off that DK price tag. Who knows? What's up, Ryan? Saying which dog is Alfred barking for? I'm hoping that it's Ji-Yoon Kim. Dirty Riverfish saying get a dog. They say, hey, the only time he barks crazily like that is when somebody rings or knocks on the doorbell. Rings the doorbell or knocks on the door. Sorry. He's like our, mobile security system, essentially. Peachy, good luck on your bets tonight, my friend. More with less than get him Alfie. You already know. Anthony saying, what fighter do you think has best cardio and output combo tonight? Best cardio and output. Moreno has very solid cardio and always very reliable output. Brandon Moreno, pretty much the same thing there. Yeah, those are the two. Maybe even Ji-Yoon Kim. Solid cardio and solid output. I feel like I'm doing a pretty good job in terms of staying on top of this chat and trying to stay as recent as possible. JSJ saying Alfred holding a Lionheart ticket. I will disown him if he's cheering for Lionheart. Urban Man New Jersey saying, do you have any sprinkle on a Kai KO? I do not. I think Moreno's chin will hold tough here. And yeah, I think he'll do a good job in terms of nullifying the KO success of Kai. Ultimate Pick saying Pantoja, Pavlovich, Moreno, and Ankalaev. I agree with those last two. The first two I'm a little bit flimsy about. Omar E in the chat saying always appreciative of your in-depth analysis. I appreciate it, my friend. Put in a lot of work for this, so I hope that it's ending up in some dollars in your pockets as well. Olajuwon Dream saying Return of the Mac came on my Spotify shuffle. That's Anthony Smith's walkout song. Is the universe telling me something? Get out of here, Olajuwon. Get out of here. I'm not allowing any Uncle Ab slander in this chat. LR saying going to be at the club watching the fights in Tijuana, always off the chain when Moreno fights. That should be a crazy good atmosphere. Enjoy yourself, my friend. Jared Curry saying any chalk munchers saying Morono, Ank. I'm assuming you're saying Moreno. Moreno and close. Oh, sorry, Morono, Ank, and close all fights to start round 2, parlayed at -140. I like those all, honestly. Unless Semmelsberger starts as Moreno right off the jump, I think that fight goes the full 15. Joshua Frick, appreciate you stopping by. Love it. Sounds good. Oh, you guys are talking about the show. Yes. I hope you guys will jump in on that chat on the regular. JSJ saying, do you think Clint gets too much shit for his betting approach? I don't think anyone gets it worse on Twitter. It's a combination of his popularity and people always thinking that they're smarter than him. I feel let the man do what he's doing. Like, he's not pounding his chest and saying he's this great MMA capper, nor do I do that, right? Like, I don't try to say I'm the best out there. Like, track wise, there's so many guys that are better than me, but I put in the time, I put in the work, I digest the information, I digest the research, I spit it out to you guys. You guys do what you want with that information, just as Clint does. Clint does the exact same thing. Yeah, I love the guy. I will absolutely say it. He's probably my best friend in this betting space and in this capper space because of obviously the Deadlock podcast that we do together, that new prediction strike show that we do together, and we talk a lot. And we do maybe not as much about fights and breakdowns and stuff. Like after we hop off the Deadlock podcast live streams, we'll probably sit and chill with each other and talk about some of the fights. But like, there are times, or more often than not, we're on like opposite sides on most of these spots, right? Sometimes he's right, sometimes I'm right. So I think it's exaggerated in terms of the shit that Clint gets for his betting approach because of how big of a scope he has now, right? I think if I'm not mistaken, he's closing in on 15,000 Twitter followers. So he has a huge audience. He's very popular. Can't deny that. And people keep coming back to him on a week-to-week basis. The guy has the numbers. Time is not a line saying you see another finish in the main event. I do, but I think it's going to come later. I could also see Nunes grinding this one out too. So, yeah, not uber confident that this fight goes to a finish either. But Thompson saying I took a long shot to bet on ruptured testes today. Good luck, my friend. Good luck. We'll see if that ends up happening. Derek and Texas Eagles KO. He got knocked out last time he used in Texas, so we'll see if it transpires this way around. Joshua Frick saying, Locke, if Kim chooses to grapple, will her gas tank hold up? I think it will. I think she has a solid enough gas tank to do that. But I hinted it that she could possibly be going for a grapple heavy approach to probably be more dominant here and save from being robbed from the judges. But you can't 100% bank on it considering she's never shot a takedown inside the UFC. You're forgiven, Olajuwon Dream. Austin G saying, I got some winnings to roll. Kim or Alves, you tell me, Locke. I got 2 units on Kim. I also have half a unit on Alves to win in round 1. I'll say, man, I like both of them the same amount, brother. Honestly. Urban Man in New Jersey saying Ji-Yoon Kim, Rafa Garcia, Dante Mage, Alex Moroni. I'm assuming you mean Morono. I like all those except Garcia. More with less saying Usman is losing his next fight. It's the fighter actor's curse. Possibly. I'm hoping not. Time is our line saying, I love the Fighter Strong show. Appreciate the love there, my friend. GSJ saying Nunes Pena 1 reminds me too much of Conor Nate 1. Overconfident to start and finish round 2 by the better gas and chin. Absolutely. Absolutely. We've seen it happen so many times. So expect a different looking fight this time around for Nunes and Pena. Anthony, you said my name right the first time. Ounce with the C in front, but thanks for the apology. Counts. There we go. I'm a stickler for pronunciation. I'm trying to be the John Anik of the betting community here and trying to get these names right, no matter who it is. So, yep. I'm glad that you gave me that affirmation there. Jared Curry saying, I love Clint's stuff. Appreciate his honesty and authenticity. Bets don't always hit, but he has a good eye for some of these week-changing long shots. Yes, he does. He does. Ruptured testes. That's the ultimate yam bag play. There you go. Justin Villegas saying, Lou Betcha always talks about alternative champions and fight outcomes. Love for him to just talk MMA multiverse and hear stories of fight outcomes that happen in another universe. I love my guy, Lou Betcha. I love that guy. Wafik WFK saying Moreno versus Kai pick. I'm going Moreno big here. Efren Sosa saying I'm having second thoughts on a parlay with Lewis Smith, Pantoja, and Moreno. If you got Smith in there, yes, you should be double guessing that, I think. Dirty River Fish 90 saying I'm sitting here hating my life with the Rona, so I'm putting my life savings on Moreno. Good luck, my friend, and I hope that you get better soon, my friend. JSA saying profitable year or not, you and Clint are two of the best when it comes to breaking down and presenting the X and O's of fights to an audience. Appreciate it, my friend. Honestly, that means a lot. JSA saying, Jared Curry saying, if you're putting either Pavlovich or Lewis in a substantial parlay, I have a certain phone number for you to call. There you go. Ross saying, what are your thoughts on betting Pena? I could see the angle. You know what I mean? Odds are good for it. So if you like her at all, go ahead and take the shot. But I think that Nunes edges this one out. But I'm not taking the shot on a big favorite like that. Dylan saying, are we confident in Nego Mariano? I got plus 125 on him. Now he's the slight favorite. I like the price tag I got on him. You got to realize he's a lower level guy. So getting plus money is probably the better way to go. But he has all the chops and durability to go out there and make this a rough night for Pretoria. So see how it goes. GSJ saying, is GSP Sierra still the biggest upset in UFC history? I agree. I don't think there will ever be a skill gap that wide. Like even Nunes Pena, I don't think that skill gap was as wide as GSP Sarah. So it's going to be hard to ever top that. Leon, once again, coming in. I think he said every live stream that I've had this week just to drop Pantoja minus 155. Pantoja is now minus 195, minus 200. Question is, Leon, do you still feel as confident in him at that price tag? Ross already answered that for you, my friend. GSJ saying people don't mention DJ versus Cejudo enough. He cashed as a plus 100 a dog. Again, odds are one thing, but like taking odds out of it, we got to look at it skill by skill and skill for skill. Sarah, he got his title shot from winning the Ultimate Fighter against a bunch of rejects essentially at that time, and then got that title shot. So, yep. Dennis Lee saying first four prelims fights all going to be finishes. I don't think so. Well, I'm hoping that Kim gets the knockout here. That'll be great. I think that we could see Pretoria Nego Mariano go the full 15. It's absolutely possible. And I got the over 1.5 in the Fugit and Morales fight, so I hope that doesn't finish too early. Dylan Oswald saying you can take Nego Mariano KO points at plus 115 on FanDuel as a double chance if you're looking for that plus money play on him. I like it. I like it. GSA saying Santino and Brandon are both high on Nego Mariano this week, as am I. Well, not high. I got 1.5 units at plus 125. Leon saying I got 155, so I don't care what he's at now. Just happy the market agrees with me. There you go. It's always nice when the line starts moving your way as well after you make the bet. LR is saying odds-wise, wasn't so contributing Lil Nog the biggest upset? I think it was 16-1 underdog. Yes, that was a big one. I wasn't as much of a hardcore fan back then as I am over the last 10 to 12 years. So I can't really say where Lil Nog was at in terms of his skill level compared to Sokoju at the time. GSP, always seen as one of the GOATs too. So to beat a guy like that, especially when he was at that stage of his career, big shit. Ross saying, I'm so tempted to go Moreno plus Pena. Probably the odds are so good. Pena, again, I'm sketched out by that one. Socrates saying, I don't get why UFC... Socrates F, I don't get why UFC doesn't do another tough like that where when it gets a title shot, they need to do something to make it fun again. Alex, yeah, took high inside the distance decision, no action, plus 170. I think that's the best way for him to win. I'm a dirtbag, apparently. I bought your Patreon 3 months. Cost me money. Cost me $700. Jeez Louise. My Patreon's only $5 a month. What are you talking about? And I just live bet and gets it all back. We don't. Okay. That guy automatically deserves a block because I've never, ever used live betting as a reason to me winning my money back and then claiming, oh, I still had a winning night. I'm not that guy. If I have an official losing night, I'll always claim it. I'm always 100% transparent. I got nothing to hide. And I always beat the drum every single week. I know I'm not the greatest capper out there, but when you start saying lies like that, saying that I use live betting to still end up being up on the night and everybody else ends up losing, absolute bullshit. Absolute bullshit. Get that shit out of here. And again, $5 a month. Like you want a guy like Lucrative to go out there and pay $100 a month, and that guy's a legitimate track record. Go for it. I'm not stopping you. Patreon for me is more so the support that you guys show me for all the content that I put out every single week, multiple pieces of content. I don't know anybody putting out as much content as I do. That's why I have the Patreon. I'll never pound my drum and be like, get the Patreon for my picks. No. What the Patreon does get in terms of picks is they get first look at the picks. And then I drop the full picks for everybody on social media on Friday before the fights. All right, whatever. I don't know why that guy got me all twisted up, but I would have happily left him unblocked had he not spewed that lie of I win it live and then everybody else ends up losing. Shut up. Shut the fuck up. Dirty River Fish saying favorite way to smoke grass, blunts / joints. Joints are the way for me to go. I'm not a pipe guy anymore. I'm not a bong guy anymore. It just fucks up my my throat way too much. Granite saying, great job, homie. This is fire. Appreciate the love. I'm still going to be sticking around for another 9 or so minutes. In the next 5 minutes, I'll drop my totals parlay for you guys. But I'm going to get out here right at the top of the hour to get back to things that I need to complete before the fights kick off. Leon is on Nego Mariana plus 125. I like it. Dennis Lee saying, thanks, Manpri. Appreciate you. I think I've got my build now. Good luck. Good luck to you as well. Ross, thank you for the info. No worries, my friend. Always love it. Leon saying, what do you think Koski looks like after round 1, considering he's probably had a rough weight cut? Blood Diamond is a good live bet after round 1, in my opinion, but I think Kosi's just going to finish him in that first round with that takedown, honestly. Elijah saying, I've been on the Patreon for months. Been awesome. Appreciate it, my friend. Cam Joseph saying, how can Amanda get this fight done tonight by doing more than leg kicks? She could take down Juliana Pena. She could use her grappling against Pena. She really just needs to it's based on her ability to manage her gas tank so she doesn't gas out as early as possible. And obviously, Pena can put a wrench in those plans by just going balls to the wall and forcing her into a firefight. But leg kicks, jabs, better striking. But it comes down to her gas tank and if she can actually withstand doing that. Jared Curry saying, it's your fault he blew his entire bankroll in 30 minutes on irresponsible bets luck. Shame. Shame on me. Shame on me. Unknown saying, man, I have respect for people like you who go out and put their thoughts and betting cards online. I always laugh when I see people talking shit if you don't hit while never putting out anything. Agreed. GSJ saying MMA bettors have the worst accountability. Yes. Absolutely. Josh saying Log does put out more content than anyone and always helps everyone who asks legit. A great dude. Appreciate it, my friend. Appreciate the love. Rod Torque saying Manpry Jazz is my go-to MMA capper. Dude is straight up. Appreciate it, my friend. So you've been there for the ups and downs. You know how volatile this game is. It is ultimately on you to go out there and pull the trigger. Cam Joseph saying, can't wait for the co-main event and whole main card. I'm waiting for the main event as well, man. This week has got me fired up about it. Anthony is saying, not at all. You even have late night shows. I've been trying to join your Patreon, but when I click the link, nothing shows up. Weird. Link in the... You're talking about the link in the description below? Let me make sure that's actually working properly here, because if not, that would be really shitty if it doesn't. Yeah, seems to be working fine. regardless, I never expect anybody to go out there and join the Patreon. Again, it is just if you are feeling gratuitous enough, a super chat or Patreon is the ultimate way to support your boy. But the least I ask is make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe on all my videos. Make sure you at least like on all my videos because I'm assuming you guys are already subscribed. AJ saying I like smoking the pens too, but they build up your tolerance to regular joints. I agree. Max Pit City, dude, I didn't say that. Talking about you giving losing bets on Patreon live betting to make it all back. We know you secretly do it since you admitted it on another podcast, but we lose bets. Oh, it's the same guy. I don't. When did I admit that on another podcast? Please bring that up. Bring that up. I've never said that. I've never said that in my life. If I lose, you lose. Same shit then, right? If we're playing the same bets. Like I don't ever say whatever. I don't know why I'm getting racked. There it is. Max Metzing saying you give out consistently losing picks. Do I? I'm on a damn good run over the last 6 months, 4 months even. I apologize that you're okay. If you're gonna just spam the chat, you're out of here. And I do not sell picks, you dumb nut. All my picks are free. Patreon people get the picks first. That's all it is. I don't sell my bets. If you want my bets, you wait until Friday and you get them on social media. Fuck out of here, dude. God, some people. Justin Villegas saying Keats what that guy got him twisted. And like Clint Hater is always going to hate. I see people hate on children online, so you know people is always getting out there under feud. Yes, absolutely. Leon saying I'm on Coasty by sub plus 500. The line is one. Absolute possibility, right? Whenever you have a guy out there that has a significant grappling advantage over his opponents, subs are always possible. I think he ground and pounds him personally, but we'll see. Urban Man, New Jersey saying, I don't know how to feel about Amanda leaving ATT to make a gym in her garage, though. How do you feel about that? Tough to cap how that's going to happen, right? I think this is the first time we've seen a high-level fighter of this level, a high-level fighter do something like this. So this will give us a good idea of what it takes. Cam Joseph saying, I feel like Juliana leaves her legs wide open. So if Amanda throws hard leg kicks, Pena can be done. But I say by mixing it up. Yes. Hopefully she can mix it up without gassing herself out. Lewis knockout in second. Absolutely possible. That's a very volatile fight, though. Anthony saying yes. Andrew Marchenko saying late to the party because of Liverpool's game. Share your thoughts on best DK plays, my man. Again, I'm not a big DK guy anymore since I can't DK it myself. Yeah. Apologies, Andrew. Betting wise, I got you. Elijah on Dream saying link works for me too. There we go. Joshua Freck, I watch everything Locke does. He has never said that. Thank you. Dober or Alves. I'm on Alves, especially in the round one. I got plus 650. See how it goes. Elijah on Drum, he's a troll. Anthony saying I've been trying to support because I get great content and you're awesome. Regardless, just hit the like. That's all I ask. Socrates saying fuck that guy. Exactly. Derek Lewis has a new team. Does he? Even if he has a new team, I'm not sure how much it's really going to help him. Eric Bets Fight saying I went 2-2 on bets, but made it all back on live bet when you went over his house. And I still took losing bets for several months. I'm a fool. Huh? I don't know what you're talking about. I went 2-2 on bets, but I made it all back on live when you went over his house, and I still took losing bets for several months. I'm a fool. Huh. I don't. I'm so confused. Shout out to Eric Bets Fights if that's actually him, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Speaking of that, that card that I went to Z's place for, I believe I cashed that night. So why would I say that I made it back live? I remember that was the night where I had Cheyenne Bays as my lock of the night play over Gloria De Paula. Yeah, I had a winning bet or winning night that night. What are you talking about? I lost on the under 2.5 in the Garcia and Gritzmacher fight, and then I won my Lachlan I played, which was Shane Bias. Whatever. Whatever. Justin Villegas, what if you got a shoe in shape of a bong and when you take a hit, looks like you're drinking a shoe? Ugh. Water, bongs alone make me want to gag. I'm good. I'm not saying just ask for out on a date. Exactly. Ajay is saying, do you got a full card parlay? I'll put $1 on it. Might hit. I dropped my Gabby Garcia parlay on the Patreon. Whatever. I'll share with you here as well if you want. Again, not expecting this to hit, but this is my Gabby Garcia parlay for the night. Brandon Moreno, Magomed Ankalaev, Jakar Close, Downtown Mays, Ryan Kosi, Blood Diamond fight doesn't go to decision. The Kosi Diamond fight doesn't go to decision. Amanda Nunes, Derek Lewis, Alexandre Pantoja, Alex Morono, Alves Dobor fight doesn't go to decision. Fuget Morales over 1.5, Ji Yoon Kim and Negu Mariano. Not expecting it to hit, so I'm glad that you're only taking $1 on it. Nick Sisson in the chat. Appreciate you stopping by. Smith round 2 sub. I'm hoping you're wrong on that. Moise Audio saying the chat is weird as fuck today, right? I see you lingering there, Moise. Appreciate the love and support as always. Leon saying, I hope we see Close at his best. Garcia really isn't that good, but I have a bad feeling about that fight. I invested big on Close this week. Good luck, my friend. I'm going to stay away from that. This is the fake Eric Betts fights. So you blocked because Eric is not that dude. And again, I don't live bet to that extent. Like I can't remember the last time I've legitimately live bet to the point to try to make up for lost bets. That's not my style. I will always be by official track bets. That will always be what I put out there. There's too much flakiness out there in this industry. Got to be as transparent as possible. Joshua Frick saying Luck all of it has all his bets on Twitter and IG both track. There you guys go. My biggest play is Kim. Good luck, my friend. Yes, exactly. Got him out of here, my man. Tapper Snap saying, feel like I'm the only one not feeling this card from a betting perspective. Only play will be Moreno and Moreno decision. I have 8 bets total, honestly. So I feel pretty good about a lot of spots here. Hopefully we can get it done. Kung Dao Chicken saying, Lock, do you live bet at all? Seems way more profitable than pre-betting. I don't mind it, but I don't pay as much attention to it as I used to, man. Like it's weird. It is really weird to me because I want to just sit back and enjoy it. More often than not, I'm just baked, right? Just enjoying the fights as a fan. But like you do so much work throughout the week that do I want to be on during the fights and live betting and stuff? Like if I see an egregious line, sure, I'll try to take advantage of it. But more often than not, I do not live bet. I should though. I just want to enjoy the fights. Lock of the night, total rounds. Yes, I will do that very shortly. Give me 1 sec. Just have to deal with a couple of haters. Again, I think Eric Betts fights. That was a troll account of his, so do not give him any hate. I know he said he has a troll account going out there, so. Ultimate Pick saying Alves looks in shape. The odd does too. Yeah, I'm hoping the round 1 pays off here. Enkin saying, can you tell us your bets, please? I will say it very shortly. Leon saying, I rarely live bet. I've done 3. Mason Jones plus 120, Valentino minus 125, Malarkey minus 175. There you guys go. Okay. I'll go over my final bets one last time, my final official plays, I should say, and then go from there. Also, I just thought it was absolutely hilarious that this guy came on 3 different accounts just to talk shit. It's hilarious. Whatever. The way that I look at it, even my guy Ariel Hawani has haters, right? And that guy's at the top of the sport right now, top of the game in terms of people covering the sport from any angle. So here's what it is. All right, official bets. Lock of the night, Brandon Moreno, 5 units at -187. Dog of the night, Ji-Yoon Kim, 2 units at +115. Regular bets here, I got 6 regular bets. 1.32 units on Dontel Mays at -132. I wouldn't advise betting him at -200 now. Alex Morono, 1 unit at +136. Love that line. Nega Mariano, 1.5 units at +125. He is now the favorite. Not as hot and heavy on that slate favorite price on him, honestly. Alves, round 1, half unit at +650. Loving that spot. Blood Diamond and Orion Coasty to go under 1.5 rounds, 1 unit at +111. Michael Morales and Adam Fugit over 1.5, 1.03 units at -103. There you guys go. And let's jump right into the totals parlay here. Again, this is meant to be a lottery ticket than anything, so don't go out there and put your life savings on it by any means, but let's get it going. Blood Diamond, Orion Coasty under 1.5. Morales Fugit over 1.5. Garcia Close over 2.5. Dober Alves under 2.5. Morono Samuelsberger over 2.5. Smith Ankalaev over 2.5. And Nunes Pena over 2.5. I feel sketchiest about that last one. So if you guys want to leave that one out, you're more than welcome to. But I think all the other ones have a very good chance of hitting. All right. That is pretty much bringing me to the hour and 5 minute mark here. Appreciate all the love and support as always. Even appreciate the trolls taking the time out of their day to come out and rag on your boy. Is what it is. The majority of the time, it's all love, which is why I truly appreciate that. So make sure you guys hit that like if you haven't already. That is always the least amount that I ask for you guys. If you guys want to go a step above, Super Chat is always available, as well as the Patreon, which is linked in the description below. No, my picks are not only behind the Patreon paywall. They are released to the public on Fridays, but as soon as I bet them, they are released on my Patreon so people can get in on the odds that I got, or the same odds that I got, or close to the same odds that I got compared to, end of the week where we've taken steam on most spots. So appreciate the love, appreciate the support as always. You guys are absolutely amazing. I hope the majority of you will start to come out to that daily show that I'm going to start doing on starting Monday. Once again, Monday through Thursday, I'm going to be doing pretty much a talk show, talking to the live chat. No agenda in mind. You guys steer the show. We talk to the live chat Monday through Thursday, 4 straight days, 4 p.m. Eastern to 5 p.m. Eastern, trying to create a legitimate community here and keep you guys coming back and have something reliable in terms of a spot you can come to every Monday and Thursday, Monday through Thursday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, that you guys can come in and hang out and chop it up and talk some MMA with. All right. Love you guys. Good luck on your best tonight. And I'll see you guys next week for UFC Vegas 59. Big light heavyweight fight in the main event between Jamal Hill and Thiago Santos. Let's see how that one shakes out. By the way, I will likely be dropping a Contender Series breakdown as well in the next day or two. So keep your eyes peeled for that. I'm going to jump back into Contender Series. We'll more than likely not have official bets on it, but I will at least do the research, break it down for you guys, and then you guys can decide which side you want to go with. So keep your eyes out for the Contender Series as well. All right. Peace out. Good luck on your best tonight, and I'll see you guys next week. Peace.